Welcome to The Fighting Right. We're going to take a look at abortion. Is it a clinical procedure, no different from removing a wart? Or is it the murder of a young life?
A study in New Zealand that tracked approximately 500 women from birth to 25 years of age has confirmed that young women who have abortions subsequently experience elevated rates of suicidal behaviors, depression, substance abuse, anxiety, and other mental problems. Most significantly, the researchers led by Professor David Ferguson found that the higher rate of subsequent mental problems could not be explained by any pre-pregnancy differences in mental health, which had been regularly evaluated over the course of the 25-year study. Ferguson believes women and doctors should not blindly accept the unsupported claim that abortion is generally harmless or beneficial to women. He appears particularly upset by the false assurances of abortion safety given by the American Psychological Association, or the APA. In an 2005 statement, the APA claimed that well-designed studies have found that the risk of psychological harm is low. In the discussion of their results, Ferguson and his team notes that the APA's position paper ignored many key studies showing evidence of abortion's harm and looked only at a selective sample of studies that have serious methodological flaws. Ferguson told reporters that it verges on scandalous that a surgical procedure performed on over 1 in 10 women has been so poorly researched and evaluated, given the debates about the psychological consequences of abortion. Following Ferguson's complaints about the selective and misleading nature of the 2005 APA statement, the APA removed the page from their internet site. Ferguson's study reinforces a growing body of literature showing that doctors in New Zealand, Britain, and elsewhere face legal and ethical obligations to discourage or refuse contraindicated abortions. On the Planned Parenthood website, the very same argument that there is little or no emotional repercussion for abortion can be found, and the Planned Parenthood website uses the APA to justify their assertion.
In the face of mounting evidence, pro-choice activists continue to assert that abortion is virtually harmless. This is a lie, and I think that the women who suffer long-term effects from abortion should look at suing the doctors and the members of Planned Parenthood and other organizations who have encouraged their choice. Are those who choose life anti-choice? Absolutely not. I'm pro-life, but at the same time I'm pro-choice. I think that every woman has the right to choose over her own body. But that choice happens in the bedroom. The choice is whether or not to engage in sex. And with the right you have to choose to engage or not to engage in sex comes the responsibility of coping with those results. If you choose to engage in sex, the result could be an unplanned pregnancy. And that doesn't give you the right to terminate a life for convenience sake. Abortion is murder, whatever angle you're looking at it. And I'm thankful that a growing number of people are waking up to the fact that it is not only the destruction of an infant, it is also very harmful for the mother. There are some who would be outraged. What right does the government or others have to argue over the rights of a woman's body? But we're not just talking about one person. We're talking about one person and another person within. The Italians are moving forward, advancing in the sense that they look at the rights of the mother and her right to terminate the pregnancy, but they also incorporate the rights of the child. And if a mother chooses to terminate the pregnancy, she has that right, but the pregnancy must be carried until the point where the unborn child is sustainable outside the womb, and then it can be removed with C-section. This accommodates the rights of the woman and the rights of the child. It's a win-win situation, and there is no long-lasting guilt for the woman who has actually had an abortion and must live with the guilt and that thought in the back of her mind that she has taken a young life. I hope that this clip will help you make the right choice. No one will ever regret choosing life.